Welcome back to Rowdy Red Zone for the second year of airing. My name is Jack Sikowski, and today we'll be looking at our Peters Township fall sports teams. Kicking us off with our largest sports team, many students use cross country as a way to stay in shape and practice for later or spring sports. The team goes to many races around the Whitfield, even including a statewide competition in Hershey. Josh Stevenson visited the track to learn more.
The Peters Township cross country team is one of the biggest sports teams in the school. The result of the large number of kids participating in this sport is a small number of them taking charge and becoming leaders on the team. Even though cross country may not seem like a team sport because they all run alone, there is an immense component that comes from being a part of the team. The leaders give innumerable pieces of advice to the new players that help them progress through their time with the team and even off the team. Not only did they give advice on running and how to decrease times, but those who take initiative to lead the team are there for building camaraderie, keeping the mental state positive in a bad race, and motivation to face a hard opponent.
One of the best parts of being a member of this team is just being able to connect with so many different people. Like, it's a big team, so many different voices, so many different personalities, and it's just really fun to be a part of, to meet so many different people and, to learn from and to teach so many different people.
The elected captains, Sean Sereni, Alex Schulich, Jacob Gutenberg, and Colton Silvestri, are not the only ones who provide support to the team. The student leaders and players who just want to help the younger and less experienced participants always step up to the role of teacher and motivator to help push the team to victory. This has been Josh Stevenson reporting live from Peterswood Park.
Annually, some runners make it to Whitfield Finals to race the best runners in Western PA. The team is looking to send multiple athletes this year. Our Peters Township girls volleyball team is continuing their Spike Out Childhood Cancer event. After starting it in 2024, they have expanded the fundraiser in many ways, like having a dodgeball tournament this year as a main event. We sent Julia Racinko to follow the team.
The Peters Township girls volleyball team was back at it again with their big fundraiser for the 2025 season, Spike Out Childhood Cancer. This event is all about raising awareness and money to fight childhood cancer. Coordinated efforts through the American Cancer Society have lowered cancer deaths by 33% since 1991.
So a lot of the families in Peters Township have been affected by childhood cancer. My family knows multiple people with it, and it's just a project and an awareness campaign very near and dear to our hearts. So my mom and I brought it to the program last year, and this is our second year doing the fundraiser.
Last year, the PT girls raised $4,000 for UPMC Children's Hospital. This year, the team increased their goal to $9,000. Their fundraising began in early September, selling spike yard signs. People purchased yard signs and planted into the addresses of the yard they wanted spiked. They also sold t-shirts for their blackout volleyball match against Bethel Park. They sold rubber ducks for a competitive game similar to a 50-50 raffle. Whichever duck ended closest to the target won half of the money. The other half went to childhood cancer research. The girls' main event this year was hosting a dodgeball tournament called Dodge Dive Duck Childhood Cancer. This dodgeball tournament was open to any high schooler, and it was all about having fun and raising money for a good cause. With every serve and every spike, they're making a difference in the fight against childhood cancer. This has been Julia Racinko reporting live from the PTHS gym.
During the main dodgeball tournament, many PTHS sports teams showed up in support, but the basketball team nicknamed Hoop Squad ended up winning it all. In an effort to reach new heights for the fundraiser, they gained sponsors like Bean Curd, Pizza Owls, and Carnegie Investment Council. This year's program was even more successful than last year, and the team hopes it continues to grow. The Peters Township boys soccer team is making their way towards the 4A Whitfield Championship, with Coach Bob Dyer taking the boys to another great season. Coach Dyer has been a part of the coaching staff since the late 1990s and became head coach in the 2001-2002 season. He has led the team to many victorious seasons, so Ava Schaefer went to go watch the boys play.
The Peters Township boys soccer team returned multiple players. Each one of these players have thrived and it shows. This year's varsity captains, Anthony Mayello, Braden Apple, Cam Glass, and Colin Froelich, have been working hard throughout the season and their soccer careers, and have been rewarded with the position of being the team's leaders to set important examples for upcoming players. Anthony Mayello, a team returner of 2 years, plays as a striker and has been for the duration of his time on the team. In contrast, Braden Apple and Cam Glass play the position of defense, and they have been on the team for multiple years together. Finally, Colin Froelich, who followed in the footsteps of his brother Nathan, plays as a midfielder. Being a leader for their teammates means understanding the importance of the team, maintaining their confidence, and staying focused during practices and games. Last year, the team lost the Whitfield Class 4A semifinals to Fox Chapel 1-0. This year, the team is focusing on winning the Whitfields. The season captains are working harder than ever to make this overall win happen for the team and the coaches. Senior Braden Apple has led the team this year, and he is focusing on helping younger players feel confident and adapt to the team.
So basically, what I did, I just kind of lifted them up, tried to praise them. Even if they made a mistake, I would try and make everything positive and just try and help them, just bring them up, make them happy, have them have a good mindset.
This has been Ava Schaefer reporting live from the Peters Township soccer fields.
The senior captains are hoping to take the team through another Whitfield playoff run, and their current undefeated season is giving them a first-round bye. After a disappointing end to the season and a semifinal loss last year, the boys are looking for revenge. All of these Peters Township teams would not be the same without the fans cheering them along. Leading them is the cheer team, which has been evolving significantly since its origins as a sideline activity. Today, high school cheerleading teams are recognized as dynamic groups of athletes who play an important role leading the community in school spirit and supporting athletic programs. Adi Kale, a captain on the team, has been reporting on the team's activities.
This year, the Peters Township cheer team is back, bigger and better than ever. This year, the team is under a new leadership of new coaches, Robin Eisler, Mallory Macri, and Kelly Duane. The team has been transformed with fresh energy and dedication. They even have alumni returning coaches. These coaches have worked tirelessly to build a squad full of talent and spirit. The girls practice 3 days a week from 3 to 5 p.m., and they bring their energy to every Friday night light game. Leading the team are their 4 senior captains, Addie Kale, Morgan Pearson, Olivia Basulik, and Riley D'Alessandro. The coaches give 110% effort and have an incredible passion for the team. They have been bringing in cutting-edge techniques such as advancing stunts, tumbling, and jumps. They are shaping a group of athletes who are committed to pushing their limits.
So I got into coaching because I loved the sport when I was in high school, and it helped me to overcome my shyness as a teenager, and I wanted to help others do the same thing. My goal for the team is for us to just really build more unity and just come together more as a team. I know that they went through a lot with prior coaches and having coach changes several times before that, and we just really want to help them meld into one team and just grow to the potential that we know they have.
The team is more united, spirited, and determined than ever to ignite the crowd and support our teams, all thanks to the amazing new coaching staff.
This has been Addie Kale reporting live from the Peters Township Stadium.
The Peters Township cheer team continues to bring pride and unity to the community. The team plays a crucial role in enhancing the high school experience for the school, and due to their brand new coaching staff, are working harder and pushing their limits farther than ever. The Peters Township football team is currently marching their way to an undefeated season. Led by Coach TJ Plack, they bulldoze their way through many teams, including close thrillers versus Upper St. Clair and Moon area. Sam Talibi made his way out to the stadium to get some more information.
The Peters Township football team is gearing up for another strong season. This is looking to be their final push for the seniors before they graduate. Many players have committed to D1 schools: Nolan DeLucia to Villanova, Reston Lehman to Pitt, and Lucas Shanafelt to Stanford. So far, their season record is 5-0. They got back after last year's regular season loss to Upper St. Clair in a battle of the Titans.
I mean, the culture has always been the same with Coach Plack being our head coach, but our team's just grown and learned from guys before and just kept working harder. Obviously, it changes when you get new guys in. So my freshman year, we were able to have a lot of heavy senior class, and they were able to lead us well. And then sophomore year was a really big senior class that just helped us so much to grow, and they just led us to a state championship. And right now, that's what we're trying to do as seniors.
They are on their march towards an undefeated record. They hope to avenge last year's heartbreaking defeat in the Whitfield Finals. This team is trying to get back to its 2023 glory. when they won the Whippeals for the first time in school history. This momentum pushed them to the state championship. Led by Coach TJ Plack, this team has had quite the impressive turnaround ever since he joined. This team is continuing behind the major momentum they have gained. Good luck to the football team in their push, as they are currently 7-0 right now. This has been Sam Talibi.
The team is hoping to make a third consecutive Whippeal Finals appearance, as well as hopefully make a deep run to states. Their last 2 games of the season are important section matches against Bethel Park and Baldwin. The team has greatly grown since Plack's first season in 2016, and the team has definitely shown the abundance of development through their D1 and D3 talents being produced, including NFL safety and Peters Township alum Donovan McMillan. Speaking of D1 talent, we have an interview with 4-star linebacker and Pitt commit Reston Lehman, so don't go anywhere because we still have a lot of show.
Today we're having Lucas draw Mr. Bassos from memory.
Hello, and welcome back. With us now is senior Reston Lehman. He is currently the number 1 ranked linebacker in Pennsylvania, as well as ranked 192 on the national stage overall. Throughout his high school career, he has received 32 offers, including those from Rutgers, Penn State, and Oklahoma. He ended up deciding to stay local, though, and is currently committed to the University of Pittsburgh. Thanks for coming on the show, Reston.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
Of course. So, obviously, when you're playing in the especially 5A Whippeal, there's a lot of star talent. You got like kids like Keemon Spell, Khalil Taylor. What's like the importance of playing against strong talent like that?
I would say what we use in our locker room is iron sharpens iron. So better competition gets other better competition better. So we use that in practice whenever we go against each other, and especially when we play opponents. We have a lot of good players that we go against in the regular season and especially in playoffs.
Yeah. So those regular season opponents, especially, you got people from Bethel Park, Upper St. Clair. What's some of the toughest like opponents, players you've played against from them?
I played a kid named Grayson D. my freshman year. He's committed to Michigan. He was really, really good. I've also played like Jay Timmons, who plays for Pine Richland currently, who's also a good ball player, and had a lot of good competition over the past 4 years, and it's only gotten better. So I think this class is actually like the most Division I talent ever out of the Whippeal in 1 year.
That's really impressive. So obviously, a lot of Division I talent. We got kids on the team, kids across the Whippeal, and obviously iron sharpens iron, and you've definitely shown that you have kind of risen above the rest as one of the star players. So how is like getting noticed especially through like playoff runs, stuff like that? How has that been important?
That's super important, especially the past couple of years. I've had really good competition on my own team, so I've been able to go against those guys for the whole off season, and it helps on the field for sure. But that state championship run we had was huge, and it put us on a stage in front of like national level. Like James Franklin was at our state championship game, so that was pretty cool. But no, it got our names out there, and it got Peters on the map for sure.
Yeah. I mean, getting that attention, that's really important, and obviously committed to Pitt. So how is, like, people like family, friends, obviously you met James Franklin. What's been, like, one of the most important factors in deciding where you want to go to college?
I'll probably say my family. I talk to them a lot about it. They kind of know my attitude and what I like and don't like. So they helped me a lot through the process, but also like my coaches, like Coach Plack helped me a ton. And my aunts and uncles, I've spoken with them. Yeah. And ultimately it came down to Pitt, and I'm happy where I'm going. And by the looks of it, I'm happy I didn't choose anywhere else for sure. So happy with Pitt.
Yeah, definitely the way things are looking right now, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So following, a long line of Peters Township kids that have gone to Pitt, obviously Donovan McMillan, was family the most important factor, you said, or was like playing time, things like that?
Yeah, no, playing time was a huge factor in where I was going to go. Also the coaches, like the D-line coach at Pitt is super cool, nicest guy I've met, and one of my favorite coaches. So I kind of committed to him. 50% of it was him. I also love Coach Narduzzi. And yeah, playing time, playing in the ACC, playing close to home was checked all the boxes. So happy I'm going to Pitt, and it fit me for sure.
That's great. So then Pitt, obviously, they're going to give you a great chance at development. With that end goal, would you say, be trying to make it to the league?
Yeah, I would say that would be the end goal, and I think that comes through playing early, and I think it gives you more opportunities. But yeah, the end goal is that, and I think Pitt's program will get me there.
That's good. That's good. So just to circle back a little bit, the Peters Township talent that we have, how do you think things are looking this year for the playoffs? Obviously, we have a great defense. We got a pretty star-studded offense.
I think we're looking pretty good. I feel like we haven't even kind of reached our peak in terms of playing the best. Like, we've kind of played not that well the past 5 or 6 games, especially defensively. I feel like we're slacking a little bit, and our offense is kind of playing down to our opponents. So I feel like as long as we start stepping up and playing with each other, I feel like we can make a long run and get another Whitfield championship under our belt.
Yeah, that's definitely a great goal. So 3 consecutive finals appearances. You obviously lost one against Pine Ridge and 1-1. So how has that kind of been a motivation to you?
I feel like winning our sophomore year, not like we eased up or anything, but we didn't attack the off season as hard, and we kind of took it for granted, winning the Whitfield. We kind of thought it was easy. So I feel like my junior year, we kind of didn't have the motivation we had going into sophomore year. But after losing to them, I feel like it enhanced all of our effort and motivation towards this season. So I feel like it's a big year for us, and I think we'll get back in that game, and I think we'll beat them this time.
Okay. And obviously 2 big games. You have one against Baldwin, one against Bethel Park.
Yeah.
Do you think we're going to see another undefeated season for Peters Township?
I think we'll see another undefeated season. Baldwin this week, we should beat them pretty handily, and then next week's our big opponent, Bethel Park. I feel like as long as our defense plays well and our offense gets in the end zone, we'll breeze past them and get a bye for the playoffs, and then get back to the Whitfield championship.
All right, that's pretty nice.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it.
So next up, we have our overtime segment where Josh and Joe will get ready to discuss sports on the national stage. Reston, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
And please stick around for the overtime segment.
My favorite sport team is Notre Dame, football in particular.
Steelers. Pittsburgh Panthers.
My favorite sports team is the New York Yankees.
Okay, I don't really watch sports, so the Peters Township football team.
Normally I'd pick Steelers, but I'm also going to go for Persepolis with the Persian League and also the Steelers.
My favorite sports team is the Penguins.
The New Jersey Devils.
My favorite sports team is Steelers.
Same, I changed my mind.
Fortunately, the Penn State Nittany Lions football team.
My favorite sports team is the East High Wildcats.
Team USA during the Olympics.
Welcome to the Overtime segment. I'm your play-by-play announcer, Joe Sprigal.
And I'm Josh Stevenson. Let's get into it.
So Penn State's men's hockey, obviously utilizing NIL to its fullest extent, getting some top prospects from Canada, like Gavin McKenna, projected #1 overall. But so do you think that Penn State and these other big schools should just be able to buy all these great talent, or should they just have to go the traditional route of developing and recruiting?
I don't think they should be able to buy all these players because the big schools obviously have the monetary advantage because they have like 40,000 students and they're all paying. They're using a lot of their money just for sports, and smaller schools don't have that ability to be paying millions for all these really good, like for example, look at the Canadian hockey players to come down and play for them. I feel like it doesn't accurately show talent of other players. If you got all the good players on one team, obviously you're going to build the super team, but you can't accurately show talent on all the teams at once. I feel like if not regulated, it just shouldn't be a thing at all.
I mean, yeah, you can you're Penn State. You have one big donor with the owner of the Buffalo Sabres and Bills, and that you go from being a bottom contender of the Big Ten to now being top in the nation. But I will say that it is. I will argue that it is kind of good that Penn State can get that talent that they otherwise wouldn't get, or just the NCAA in general can get that Canadian talent, because otherwise they'd probably declare for the league and it's good that we have this great talent pool in college hockey, but and also at Penn State we don't even know if they're going to win the whole thing.
Yeah.
So we just have to wait and see this whole time. They just lost to I think like Fairmont or something. So they're definitely not invincible, but I don't know. Do you think that it's good that they're getting money instead of scholarships, or do you think it should go by the scholarship only?
I feel like getting the money at that such a young age, I feel like you don't really know what to do with it. Scholarships are definitely good, so you don't have to pay for college. But I mean, even going to college and just getting the money is actually crazy. But I feel like that NHL is really where you should be getting the money. So I think that's where we're going next.
Mm-hmm. All right, so let's move on. So college football, obviously, like we talked about, crazy season already, and we're just about the halfway point of the regular season. Teams like Texas and Penn State falling. Preseason ranked 1 and 3. Texas with Arch Manning, nephew of Peyton and Eli, not doing so well, and obviously Penn State just imploded and just fired their head coach. Are you surprised by this?
No, just saying how the first few games went. I know they did really well the first game, but they played against a school that's not ranked. It was not a very good school, so obviously they were gonna beat them. But yeah, they probably should have won the whiteout game against Oregon. There's just some games that they should have won that they didn't. And I just think it's really surprising that they actually paid him $50 million to leave. Like that's a crazy thing that they had to do.
Yeah, so it's gonna be interesting to find out who Penn State actually chooses. Penn State is still yet to find a Power 5 win, but just near the pond. Pitt are beating FSU, ranked FSU, and they're now 4-2. So we can see what Pat Narduzzi has for them. Obviously, lost the backyard brawl, but still trying to battle back from that.
Yeah.
And then teams like Oregon, we said beat Penn State. They just lost to Indiana, and so we can see if Penn State wants to poach their head coach, but we'll see if he wants to build there.
Yeah, I mean, other than that, I feel like those teams the season's not over yet. They always got a chance. I mean, even though Penn State might have started off the best, you're gonna have to start a new quarterback because Drew Aller's hurt for the rest of the season, and they don't got the same head coach. So I feel like they're really gonna rebuild the very important parts of their team. So I feel like they definitely all the teams like Texas, everyone has a chance. So the season's not over yet.
Yeah, Texas just beat Oklahoma, and they're now ranked again in the Red River rivalry. And obviously Miami finally going back to the glory days of the 2001-2002 season, now ranked number 2 in the nation. But I still have to say Ohio State is probably going to win another year.
Yeah, Ohio State's looking pretty good. I got to say, I don't know what they're doing over there, but they got some magic that they're working. I don't know. Second thing in a row.
They've never been bad, but I think they're probably going to win again. Obviously, they recruit greatly, and they have great coaches. But, let's move this on to the game on the ice, the NHL. Penguins back in store. Penguins obviously playing tonight versus the Kings. And then just lost to the Ducks a couple days ago. But, started off 2-0. New coach, obviously General President of Hockey Operations, Kyle Dubas, showing off the team's pretty good. What do you think about the season so far?
I'm thinking that it's going to look pretty good this year. I mean, you got Crosby, Letang, and Malkin, playing their 20th year together, unheard of in the sports scene. I feel like they got, along with them, they got the guys to teach all the young kids. They got a lot of young talent on the team. The 19-year-old kid scored his first NHL goal. Yeah, it wasn't a very good game overall, but at least he scored his goal.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I feel like it's going to look pretty good. It might not be as good as the 16-17 season, they won the cup, but I feel like they definitely have a chance to go further in the playoffs than they did last year, because that was not the best season last year. But I feel like Mike Sullivan was there for so long, they just needed something new. So I feel like Kyle Dubas is definitely going to do something good for the team.
I mean, yeah, you remember the 2015-16 season. They fired their head coach early in the season. Then they promote Mike Sullivan to head coach, and then then they go on and win the cup. And so you never know what this is going to happen with a new coach, new players, and I think they're going to be ready for it. But it's going to be looking well.
Mm-hmm. And then I feel like probably the most important, the most unexpected season so far is going to be the NFL. It's honestly crazy that the defending Super Bowl champs, the Eagles, are now 4-2, and nobody would have expected them to. They lost to your Broncos, then they lost to the Giants, which the Giants were not very good. They're now 2-4. It's crazy that they're losing like that. Saquon Barkley had a season of his life last year and just not going too well this year. Also, the Kansas City Chiefs, have been good for the past 6 years, and it's crazy. They're 3-3. No one expected that.
But obviously the Colts too. Are they? I think 5-1 maybe.
Mm-hmm.
They get Daniel Jones, who was very mediocre quarterback at at the Giants, and he comes to replaces Anthony Richardson as the quarterback. And now they're calling him Indiana Jones, and obviously Penn State tight end Tyler Warren, the rookie, ranked one of the best tight ends in the league actually, going off. So you think, and I thought at first the Colts maybe just got some lucky wins, but I think they're actually pretty legitimate now.
Mm-hmm. I mean, definitely also along with that, the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers are looking really good with their rookie tight end or the rookie wide receiver Egbuka. Baker Mayfield and Egbuka, they're really got the chemistry. They've been doing really well. The Buccaneers definitely have a chance to go far in the playoffs this year. They're ranked pretty high. I mean, I didn't really expect this, but Baker Mayfield's been pretty good since he left the Browns, I gotta say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he finally found his spot. He's definitely glad to see that he's enjoying his success. Obviously, going back to my Denver Broncos, they're expected to be very playoff contenders this year and go deep. Somewhat a bit earlier to the Indy and the Chargers, but now find their stride, and then there we go, all the way to the Giants this weekend versus Cam Spadeau, Jackson Dart, and Abdul Carter. So we'll see what Bo Nix can do. All right, so that's all the topics that we have today, and that's it for the overtime segment. We hope to see you next time. I'm Joey Sprigal.
And I'm Josh Stevenson. Go Peters Township.